The date was 11 May 2013. Location, Khartoum, capital of Sudan. A big day in my life and the life of our organization, TEDxKhartoum. We were organizing the third TEDxKhartoum event, the biggest TEDx event in the capital. And like this event, we wanted our third event to be bigger, bolder, and of course, better. We had gone out of our way to create a spectacular local line of speakers with groundbreaking ideas. And we also invited for the first time international speakers like John Hall, the godfather of open and free software. It was a big event with more than 1,000 attendees, more following us through live streams, and everything was going perfectly. The audience was engaged, like you were, throughout the night. The speakers were on the top game. Everything was going according to plan. Until around 11 a.m., our fourth speaker was about to take the stage, and then suddenly, without any warning, this happened. Yes. The Sudanese intelligence services, the secret police, came to our event and told us to shut down. We asked why. They didn't give us a clear answer, but the orders were very clear. Shut down or there will be bigger consequences. We tried to bargain with them, tried to negotiate with them, hoping that our fourth speaker will at least complete his talk. They realized that and went ahead and literally pulled the plug on us, shutting down the electricity. Our fourth speaker, internationally renowned Professor Alam, had to actually complete the remaining of his talk in a pitch-dark room without a microphone, shouting so the 1,000 people in attendance could hear him. It was a devastating blow for us. Not on a morale level, 6 months of hard work, sleepless nights were just gone, but also on a financial level. Ticket sales, sponsors, all the resources we put into making this day or that day beautiful was just gone, stopped, and we could do nothing about it. We were angry, we were frustrated. I was angry, I was frustrated. But somehow, through that event, I had an epiphany. I had a breakthrough. You see, I started working with TED or TED Talks, watching them, and working with TEDx events in 2011. And what drew me to those events and organizing and co-organizing them was the slogan, ideas worth spreading. What I liked most about it was not how smart it is, or how creative it is, or how catchy it is, but how precise it is. Ideas worth spreading. We have this notion that an idea is only worthy in connection with the action that can actually come out of it, especially if it's a positive action. And that's true. But TED and TEDx are very clear about it. Yes, we want that our events will have positive action out of them, but we only care and search for that ideas we share in those platforms are worth spreading. And it's a good philosophy, but I felt that it wasn't enough. Sudan, a country struggling politically and economically, we need action, we need impact. Why should I ask a student to pay me $20 to $50 to attend an event when he can actually live off of that amount of money for an entire week? So somehow, I continued with my work and motivation, but I always felt something was missing until that day. That day I realized the work I've been doing all these years, the work we were doing all these years as a team, was not just important, it was actually changing the status quo. The entire government had to actually intervene and stop us to stop that change. I remember during the event, when the security officials were closing us down, that I actually ran into the media corner, took the memory cards and hid them inside my socks, just to stop them from being confiscated. The next morning, I took my small digital camera and we went to the hotel where I secretly filmed our international local speakers. Those talks were the only TEDx talks allowed on the official TEDx channel that were not filmed on a TEDx platform. I was protecting ideas. Not just ideas, but the power of those ideas. Because that day I realized the power of an idea doesn't lie in the action that might or might not come out of it. The power of an idea lies in the action of actually coming up with a good idea, presenting and developing that good idea, sharing and spreading that good idea, especially in an environment or society where the sharing of ideas freely can be dangerous, like we learned that day. And it wasn't just me who had a breakthrough. Our organization also had a breakthrough. In a weird, funny, ironic way, the shutting down of our event actually worked as a PR miracle for us. Up until that year, we only had 3 TEDx events in one city. After they shut us down, we had more than 10 TEDx licenses granted in 3 different cities. They tried to shut us down, but they actually helped us convince the community of the power of ideas and how we need to create platforms to share those ideas. I wish I could say thank you. I wish I could continue with the positive vibe and say that the next year, 2014, we had a big, great, bold event. But we couldn't, and we didn't, simply because we were blacklisted. No security clearances was given to the core team that organized the TEDxKhartoum 2013 event. But we persisted. In 2015, actually a few months ago, in an almost secret event with only 100 attendees, we were successful in making TEDxKhartoum 2015. And we named it Reconciliation. Reconciliation with ourselves, reconciliation with the community, but most importantly, reconciliation with the events that happened in 2013. I came back to Norway a few months after the events, actually, my birthplace here. Living in Oslo, away from Sudan, I had the opportunity to think. And I was in constant contact with my friends back in Sudan, Khartoum, my friends in TEDxKhartoum. And we used to think about projects we can make, here, there, projects we can make here and there. And one of the projects I thought about was actually making a TEDxKhartoum event, a TEDx event here in Norway. And I remember talking with my friend, discussing this idea, and my friend asked me, he said, by the way, Ibrahim, where do you get security clearances in Norway? I said, what do you mean? He said, who gives a security permit in Norway? I said, are you mad, man? This is Norway. You don't need security permits. Nobody got time for that. It was like, and we joked about it and we laughed about it for a while, but then he said something profound to me. He said, Ibrahim, it's good that we're joking about this, but remember, don't take your rights for granted. Don't take your rights for granted. And that resonated with me for 2 years. So I want to leave you not with an idea, but with a question I hope is worth spreading and worth answering. Here in Norway, away from even the smallest possibility that the full spectrum of rights we enjoy can be taken away from us without warning, how can we not take our rights for granted? How can we not take our rights for granted? My name is Ibrahim Mursal, and I believe in ideas worth spreading. I hope you do too. Thank you.